Yeah, I've been playing around with some of my layout a bit. Been trying to find a way to make it more appealing and better for people to go ahead and follow along with the development. And at the same time, make sure that those that do subscribe are better recognized. Because I do appreciate people's support. So doing some last bit of advertising. And also, welcome to the party. Always happy to have you here. If my computer wants to not be slow, that would be even more awesome. For the bots that I do build out. Bots and services. And need to do one last thing before I can get to work. But it's so slow. I'm of the opinion that there has to be a better way to go ahead and push all of this. But I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those things of I try to optimize one thing only for another thing to not appear fully optimized. I will be changing my name on here as soon as I can. I hope I can get my old account handle back sometime. Eventually. One day. Possibly. But it's understandable. I mean, it still really sucks that you lost your account. Watch me work. Alright, one last thing. Do. because I have all sorts of creative names. Administrative discipline. Project management and. Fantastic. Alright. Looks like we are good to go. Your info under the video, did you make it one long column? Yes, I did. It's because I noticed whenever I had people going down there, it was always a chaotic mess. So in my mind, it's a little easier if I just have one section with all the text, and so long as it's properly formatted, easier for people to follow. What is the worst thing that somebody has walked in on you doing? Ooh. Thing is, a lot of things that I do sometimes might not make sense depending on the context. Alrighty. So. But yeah, one column just makes it a lot easier to manage in the long run. And I've been working on trying to make my formatting better, make my presentation better. By the way, what do you think of my whole layout? Different from yesterday. I do like the removal of the images. Those weren't the best. That's fair. That is a very fair critique. And as always, if you have an idea of how to better present things, or if I would be better off doing something or presenting something in a certain way, do let me know, because I really do want to make sure that everything that I put forward gives you the best experience possible. One of the reasons that I kind of blew it up and kind of accepted that some things kind of need to be over other things was that I wanted to be able to scroll in and be able to do a lot more work myself, but I also noticed that a lot of stuff didn't really need to show, and some other extra information, I needed a way to still present that. But yeah, if I really wanted, I actually do have an option now where if I really wanted, I could actually turn around and let's say that I wanted to throw my work in the background. I could immediately, with a click of a button, throw that and be in a very conversational position. People can see what I was working on and also see me better. So it's really dependent on what I'm currently doing. And I don't know if it's something that would be of interest to people, but if I find myself in a position where I'm doing a lot more talking rather than coding, it would make sense. So, with that, we need to jump over to the admin. Fantastic. So, something that I do need to do is kind of refactor this entire page. I desperately need to do that. Because some of it disappears, some of it doesn't. So, something to worry about. If you aren't going to be doing reliable stream times, you might as well remove the countdown timer till it's more reliable. Yeah. That would be very fair. Well, I should probably definitely remove that. I just kind of hop on whenever I can for some reason. My mornings have been so screwed up that I haven't been able to get on a proper morning schedule. And even like right now, courtesy of me doing a lot of late night, like deep into the night programming, I haven't been able to get to sleep till like 4 or 5 a.m. I would like to get back to waking up at 7:30 and then writing code once it hits 8, but work with the reality that you have. So I'll definitely make sure to remove that, or at least say that I do stream every day, but I'm here when I'm here. So, it's a good idea, Co. So, yeah, a lot of this needs to be refactored heavily. What is the perfect partner? Business partner or a person that you love? Person that you love would be someone who understands you, who will talk to you, who understands where you're coming from constantly, and is there to support you unconditionally. Perfect business partner, on the other hand, someone that will be able to pick up where you can't. That's my opinion, at least. Alright. Yeah, I'm not very happy with this entire layout at all. So, let's jump down. Need to build out a dashboard, so that's definitely a footer barrier issue. I'm refactoring it. Admin. I'm just going to assign it to myself. And need to figure out what's going on with those two guys. Might show potential employers a reliability. If you do set stream times and make them, might show potential employers your reliability. I hear that. I can definitely see where employers might be a little concerned, but at the same time, the only reasons my mornings have been a little all over the place is that potential employers have been wanting me in the morning. So, it's a little rough in that regards. I'm very tempted to take a couple of sleeping pills and just crash till like 6, 7 a.m. in the morning one day, just so that I actually have a free and clear day ahead of me and get onto a proper schedule. I might resort to that on Sunday. I don't know yet. Just one of those things are really weird right now. So... or a tweet saying missing stream time due to X reason. That would also be reasonable enough, but I really do need to get back onto a reliable schedule again. I really do. Because, frankly, unacceptable on every level, in my opinion. Alrighty. Footer, admin, headers. So how would I want to go ahead and handle the headers? So we're going to want to do admin header default component.view. So when we go ahead and do that, we're going to be needing to break yeah. I don't have enough Twitter followers, I imagine, to justify the schedule yet. But I really do need to get on a far more reliable time schedule. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So login component, that would be okay. So edit line reindent. But yeah, I do hope to have a level of normalcy very soon. Oh god, yes. It is so easy to become a night owl as a dev. It's not that I want to. I like being awake during the day. It's my favorite thing in the world, to be awake in the middle of the day. But everyone wants you in the middle of the day. So, what do? You just try to adapt to other people's needs. How do you stay healthy? What's your workout routine and diet? Right now, I need to get back to the gym. My schedule is so out of wonk that it's ridiculous. Best F times comes after midnight. I know, right? Nobody's around to go ahead and make your life unnecessarily difficult or demand your time or attention, and you can just put your nose to the grindstone. It's beautiful. Footer, header. I believe it's headers. Yep, it's headers. Admin header default component. Add admin header. For whatever reason, I have it written out the wrong way, but oh well. Another idea is you could embed your stream into your website when it's live. Oh! I already do that. I actually do need to update my site. So, it's already live, and I can actually go ahead and do that. And some people who actually have gone through my site have watched it, interestingly enough. Doesn't look half bad, in my opinion. I've actually flirted with the idea of integrating a chat feature on my site so that you can chat from my website to my stream. So, yeah, that's a thing. It's one of the reasons that I've coded out the bot that I've been working on. Doing pretty good. Working on doing some... Or wasn't a couple of years ago. Well, doing an embed is still pretty easy. So then, admin header default. Admin header default. And there would be a comma. And so from there, should be fine. We have now all these menus, but question is, if I want to have all the menus handled up here, bling. I want to take care of that footer first. I believe it's supposed to be fixed. And I think there was supposed to be another trick to it. Bottom 0. And on top of that, I needed to do something with the header or body. Settings. So, what is it that I need to do then? Is it something? So the body, it's 100 as a default. So the margin bottom 80 pixels. And what I'm probably going to have here is probably margin bottom 80 pixels again. Your website, your address doesn't update with navigation, so if you refresh, you are back on the home page. Yep, it's one of the many things that need to be fixed on the site. And it was made when I was less knowledgeable with Vue, so it's one of those, or Vue router, so it's one of the things that I plan on upgrading on. A lot of this actual template was actually designed with the idea of in mind of also recreating my website partially. So, something that can be easy enough. It's probably going to clear, but it'll still keep me on the same. Oh no, feel free to go ahead and give out ideas. The thing is, I use my website as a starting point and created a bunch of new things that is related to it so I can actually go ahead and improve it. One of the new features I'm going to be adding to my site is a way for people who are on my site to actually contact me directly. So, one of the many features I'll be adding. It's more or less to give a better idea of how to better help myself. But it's all about building infrastructure. Oh, yeah, I actually do have a proof of concept. Thought it was room or something like that. But yeah, trying to remember how I initially had it set up. It's been like a whole minute. I'll see if I can find a example link, so bear with me. Live, I think it is. CDN. JS. Unless if I don't have it in there. So, if it's not chat, what if it's chat.zing.land? Nope. Trying to remember, because I had a URL where people could go ahead and shoot me a message, and I'd get a message saying, oh, hey, someone wants to talk to you. So, but yeah, if you want, chat.mathsandprojects.com, you could easily just drop in test. Should work. Should being hypothetical. But yeah, it uses a Node.js relay to go ahead and handle something like that. But yeah, proof of concepts right there. And I do have a plethora of other things that I have built out. I actually do have like a personal radio. Alright, what's up with that? API broadcasting. API. Let's take a gander. Auth, data, preview. Oh, it's a permissions issue. City Live, radio, Chimon-R777, storage. But yeah, I actually do have something where I can actually download songs and all that fun stuff and play whatever music that I want. This is something that I set up when I decided I did not like the idea of Spotify. So, an example. And if I ever wanted to download a song, if you have a song idea of what I could download onto it, I can definitely do that. Also, if you want to log in and check out the radio yourself, radio.zing.land, test at mathesonprojects.com, 1, 2, 3, 4. If that doesn't work, let me know. But I've actually flirted with the idea of giving some people access to a radio such as this. But I don't know about the legalese on that at all. So it makes me a little nervous. But yeah, it's pretty awesome in my opinion. You have my personal favorites. But yeah, I've always flirted with doing a lot more with it, but I have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that doesn't work, let me know if that doesn't work. I'll update the password if need be. What do I have written down on my website? I'm gonna be annoyed if I have it incorrect. No, it's right on my website, I just forget. But yeah. By the way, if you ever want to listen to music from it, feel free to do so. I have enough bandwidth for a few people to listen to it all the time, so it is what it is. Anyways. Alright. Leave that. Okie doke. So, how would I want to handle this? But I can see someone just changing the passwords to troll. Well, they should only be able to change their own password. For me, let's see. As to whether or not you're able to update yours, I mean others, I don't think you should be able to. I'm inclined to think not. Oh, if someone goes ahead and does that, then they suck, and I'll get a kick out of it and change it back. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's kind of funny, but not funny. But serious, the heck, dude? But if someone wants to troll, that's their right, I guess. I'm not going to be too worked up about someone playing around on a music player that I make available to the public with a bunch of copyrighted music. I think I have bigger things to worry about if someone messes around with it. And it's not like I'm giving it away, it's just... it's there. I flirted with the idea of possibly enabling like an upload or select a song for someone to actually download onto the server. Then I realized that would be insanely bad because I'm almost already at capacity as is, courtesy of the music. So I flirted with the idea of getting something like Dropbox, but with Dropbox, I would have to pay a certain amount, and I don't think I can justify the cost at this time. But even then, I mean, if there was like a license, general license for copyrighted music, because, I mean, if it wasn't terribly expensive, I would seriously go like, you know what? Why not? Come on. Agreed and proceed. Web and mobile licensing. Right, okay. Web and... Alright. How much does it cost? That's the real question. Depends on the type of business. And the size. Concert rates. 100 different license and rate schedules. One will likely fit your needs. Okay, where do I obtain it? Oh. Obtain. Stream licensing. I mean, I would love to be able to do something like this. I really would. But the legalese. Okay. Digital. Will build my license for websites and mobile apps. to take that off screen because some personal information. I'll bet if someone spent even 5 seconds, they could probably find out everything about me. Audio only, music is used in video. It doesn't have any. The heck? It's time for me to pair again. Nice chatting, like always. I always appreciate your company as well, man. I very much do. Going to see what it will take to still obtain a license for something like this. Because, gosh darn it, if there's a way. Read and proceed. Alright. I swear, if they are going to force me to... I think I've ran into this problem before. Huh. It's a JSON issue? Are you freaking kidding me? Alright. Hate when there's no price information until you give out personal information. I don't. Okay. Obtain ASCAP license. Digital. Web license. Come on. I swear. Again. Oh my gosh. Stop. Come on. Alright, we'll see if someone gets back to me, because that would be awesome if someone did. If not, oh well. So, all the errors. Usually on my Facebook, but this is my most popular store and I don't advertise it. Alright, let's check it out. Ah, so this is pretty cool. It's always awesome to see what kind of work is out there. Manages all of it for himself, so that's probably cool. Oh, it is cool. So, there's that. But yeah, depending on the cost, might be able to help. Would it be worthwhile, though? I don't know. Being able to get that sorted out, being able to at least have a quote, I can at least try to figure out if there's a better way. I'm already shamelessly advertising. But turning it into something that is paid. So, if we already have that, we're going to be needing to do npm run watch JS. How was your life growing up? Well, definitely a tough love kind of thing, above all else. Branding. Sorry for bailing yesterday. I got distracted with my build. Oh, no problem, dude. I know how it is. I know exactly how it is. I can't get held up on stuff like that. It's better to just focus on what's in front of me. And I get the same way. I get very engrossed in what I'm doing. Anyways, another thing that I was actually thinking about, I don't know if I've actually told you about my music service, Nawas. Remind me if I have. Okay, I will go ahead and show you what it's all about. It's something that I am actually pretty proud of myself. So I went ahead and probably around January or around December. Hold on, going to change the appearance. Around January or December, I ended up deciding, you know what? I do not care to spend $10 a month on Spotify. I do not like the ads that are played on YouTube. So I went ahead and found a music player. And as you can see up here, it would be an example of what the music player is. I actually have it set up where I can actually download music of all kinds and play it. And what I'm currently looking into right now is if there is a way that I can actually share something like this with other people without getting into a bunch of legal trouble. So I'm actually looking into licensing so that I can kind of excited, kind of nervous. But anyways, if you want to take a gander, I would suggest 1, projects. Oh yeah, it asks for all the trouble, but at the end of the day, are they going to go after someone who just does not want to spend $10 on Spotify? I just reached out to a licensing company, or a company that helps with the licensing, and asked, hey, is there a way that I can pay a small fee and share this with people? If so, how much? The hopes that I have is possibly helping leverage this service so that I can turn around and not only advertise it, but help offset some of my own server costs. I don't know. It's just something. But yeah, do check it out. It's mostly a collection of music that I like right now. So, there's that. Oh, it's pretty lit. Not gonna lie. And it's originally from another repo, but there were some extreme limitations on this repo. So I turned around and did some updates on it so that I could do more. My hopes is to turn around and figure out how I can make sure that people don't have to pay for that stuff. Or deal with advertisements. Something similar to Spotify, but cheaper, if I can. And hopefully with the library, that will expand comfortably without pissing off the licensing companies. So, it's an idea. And I think that, despite there being a lot of services out there, the fact that it was so easy to set it up, it makes me wonder where the real cost is. Is it in the licensing or is it in the upkeep? I watch a ton of YouTube, so getting ad-free YouTube is big for me. Do you not believe in ad block? Or do you believe in supporting creators? Actually, if I had to guess, you are the support creator type. Computed. Yeah, I can definitely respect that. I do watch a lot of YouTube, but a lot of ads outright anger me, so I'm like, you know what? No, you do not know me. This is not relevant to me at all. Like, I actually disabled my ad block for a little bit, and what I discovered when I was watching ads is that I was getting endless gun commercials at one point because I was frequently like on Facebook arguing about like gun rights and all that fun stuff, and I was arguing for. But the funny thing is, I have a certain strong dislike of firearms. So because of that, I'm like, you're trying to sell me on something because of something you think I believe, despite the fact that I grew up in California. I'm a California liberal, so back in at least 2008. Typical Jacob, never been into the legal options. Bronze Lobo. Hey, I am very open to advertising legal things, and I have put in an application and request for additional information from another company. So, joke's on you. So what's going on with you, Bronze Lobo? Nice. I think I am the opposite. I own a gun, but don't support gun rights. I mean, more power to you. I mean, that's an equally valid response. I'm of the opinion that if you want a gun, you should be able to walk into a Walmart, just flash your ID, and so long as you are a U.S. citizen or Canadian citizen in Canada or Mexican citizen in Mexico, you should be able to buy a gun that easily. Maybe some restrictions, like so long as you're over the age of 18. And I mean, if someone wants to buy a main battle tank and drive it down the road, California liberal by the standard of 2008, you know, let gay people kind of do their thing and let them get married, but don't put them in gas chambers. Not the today, hey, if you don't date me, you are a bigot kind of California liberal that is today. Only kinda though, nothing further. I mean, I have a lot of very socially liberal points of view, but at the same time, I have a lot of economically conservative point of views. But I also do believe in law and order. And a lot of things are forfeit if you do not have law and order. Icon display. I'm part of the Bernie Brotherhood. Oof. Big oof. Big oof. Nah, I can understand why a lot of people actually might be fond of Bernie Sanders. But at the end of the day, I don't think he would be a good solution, at least in terms of solving the economic problems in the country. Like, one thing that I always have loved to harp on in terms of his politics is that he wanted to go ahead and put on a transaction tax for every time a stock is bought, sold, or traded. And fun fact, in Sweden, they actually went ahead and did this in the 90s. And what ended up happening is that not only did the stock markets in Sweden completely just lock up and freeze, but there was a massive amount of capital flight that went to New York and Britain and Hong Kong. And on top of all of that, with all of the capital flight that was lost, all that capital flight, they actually brought in so little money that they actually lost tremendous amounts of revenue in terms of taxes from workers, taxes from capital gains, taxes from income, tax from investments. Just, there was so much loss in taxes that it made the state not only poor, but unable to deliver on the promises that they had in mind. So it's trying to keep in mind of certain policies that have been tried historically and have demonstrably failed. I can appreciate if someone goes, okay, that is definitely a bad idea, but let's try to tackle it from another approach. The problem that I have with the left, typically, is that they are very uncompromising. They don't really... They try to make a moral argument as opposed to a, this is the reality. I don't think you can implement something like that in a simple way, but the US has a lot of built-in leverage against capital flight. Well, a lot of the leverage that we have is the fact that we do disperse it a lot of economic concerns down to states' rights related issues. And because of that, it generally is acceptable for one state to do one thing, because guess what? Moving your factory, moving your citizens, and moving your laborers over the state border, that's easy. I mean, a common practice for even like in Seattle, when they actually implemented a lot of price controls and new taxes, people just drove one county over to purchase their goods. It's the fact that we're able to move. And we are dealing in an increasingly globalized environment where we have to compete on a larger scale. Right, I sell stuff on eBay and they take a 10% fee from the total sale price, including shipping. Because of that, I do much less business on their platform. With shipping, it's harder to make enough on the margin. Oh god, yes. You are very right on that. I ended up having to, when I was selling on eBay and a number of other platforms, I actually went through a number of different services and I had to pad my numbers when I was applying so that I could get better rates. They eventually caught on and they didn't punish me, but I just opened it under another account, another application, blah blah blah, so I can get those premium rates so I could be competitive. But thing is, being taken down day after day after day after day, well, it was more like week after week after week. They eventually go, you know what, no, we're just going to blacklist you. So that kind of put a shot through my foot. Or shot me through the foot. I didn't really have the volume necessary, but I think I was about halfway there before I could even get the rates. And I was moving, like, for a while, the equivalent of $1,000 worth of product a week. I mean, regarding the dollar being a global currency, Bernie speaks in simple terms because most people are simpletons. I'm trying to think of the nicest way to say that. What does that say about the followers of Sanders, then? I know you're not a simple person. I've seen your work. I've seen how awesome you are. But at the same time, I do agree at the point that there is a serious lack of financial education in our country. Bronze Lobo, if you are who I think you are, we ended up in our hometown. We did receive actually pretty good financial education depending on the classes you took. Like, they taught you how to open up a business, what goes into running a business, and so on in high school. And it was a bunch of fun projects. And there were some people that were very, very passionate and were able to get into it. Other people, not so much. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, Bronze Lobo, are you who I think you are? So, jumping back over here. Peculiar, Missouri? No, I don't think I'm from Peculiar, Missouri. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, California. I'm like Bronze Lobo. Come on. If that's not a tap on... Come on. Hello, Tade. Great to have you here. You stumbled into a discussion of politics about the merits of capitalism and the discussion of Bernie Sanders. So, fun stuff there. Let's see. I need to go ahead and double check over here. But I do very much believe followers of leaders is an issue in general, but that is how our system works. Well, being a follower doesn't mean that you are incapable of thought, or that you are incapable of innovation or incapable of change. It just means that you adhere to a certain set of principles. May it be a follower of a a capitalist paradigm or a follower of Jesus. You might disagree or might not understand something, but you can understand that the greater message is that there's a lot of validity to it. And you might try to understand it in a better way. So, yeah, there's that. I would, though, assert that my knowledge in that regards is far more limited, so. On your FB stream, you could make dubstep off the sounds of your keyboard. The thing is, my mic is like right next to the keyboard, and I do a lot of aggressive... I'm a very aggressive typer, so, like, most people, they're like... Me... I like the feeling of something going down and knowing it went down. But hey, if you know someone who can go ahead and mix music, and if you feel so bold to make dubstep off of my keyboard strokes, I will be so impressed that, I don't know, I'll give you all the rights to my typing then, at that point. Show me on the doll where the keyboard hurt you. The keyboard, it hurt me on here, and here, and here. Reminds me of the joke of someone goes to a doctor and they're like, okay, where does it hurt? Oh, it hurts everywhere, doctor. What do you mean? It hurts here, it hurts here, it hurts here, hurts here, hurts here. You daft fool, your finger's broken. But no, this is actually probably the best keyboard I have, if not second best keyboard I've ever had. I kind of want to upgrade to a mechanical keyboard one day, but if I had to choose between a mechanical keyboard and something else, I'd probably choose a vanity light of some kind. All 5 fingers. Usually that sort of thing happens with 2. If that's a euphemism, I am impressed. That is an impressive euphemism. Alright. I realized that I got a... drop by the user you follow. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, usually that sort of thing happens with 2. Yeah. I think the worst actual finger injury I've actually had was when I was doing some work inside of my garage and I was opening and closing it just frequently because in my neighborhood we have criminals of opportunity where they see an open garage. They're going to come in and take your stuff just because they can. So you kind of have to keep your garage door closed. So when I was closing it, eventually I put my finger in the wrong place and the garage door closed on my finger, and holy crap, it hurt. It was so alarmingly painful. It was incredible how painful it was. I don't think that I could have anything that compares in regards to that. Oh, Bronze Lobo. I don't know if I've ever asked, but do you happen to have a Twitter of any kind? That reminds me of the Indian guy who drank 10,000 gallons of tea. Okay, if that's a setup for a joke, I'll hear it out. So, cannot read property settings. We're going to need to get the params. Hey, Joseph Hughes, thanks for following me. They say he died in his TP. Oh! Oh! Why? Who has hurt you, sweet child? Why? Who's your celebrity crush? Guy and girl? Okay. Girl, first. If I had to pick, gun to my head, I would definitely choose Taylor Swift. Tay-Tay is the best. Don't at me. Despite the fact that I've heard some rumors that she might be someone who is very affectionate towards crack, but that's just rumors I've heard due to weird circumstances. That's a whole different can of worms. Hey, Tate, don't sue me, please. Anyways, as to a guy, if I had to, Ryan Reynolds, yep. I mean, you gotta love a guy with a sense of humor. No one is perfect. Well, you can be perfect, but then if you go ahead and say, hey, crack is delicious, I'm gonna have some questions. That's kind of a black mark on an otherwise perfect record. And moving away from her, like, good girl, clean, routine. That kind of sucked. But I don't really tend to have too many celebrity crushes. And it's only recently I've actually bothered to even try to learn any person's name, any artist's name. And even then, the amount of effort to keep up with that is ridiculous. What do you think people do with crack? Well, I was mostly being facetious and saying it's delicious. The same way of asking, how much weed did you inject? What? Menu display. So yeah, it's one of those things of trying to have a sense of humor about it. Menu display. True. I injected all the weed. Every single one. Not a single drop was missed. I have this one buddy who always tries to say he never did marijuana. It's like, yeah, man, I can tell. Yeah, dude, you are so legit. Legit and clean. I mean, it is clear as day. Alright, what's giving me attitude? Though, in regards to weed, it is. I can understand the appeal of it for some people, but for a lot of. But I don't get why people would want to feel lethargic. And people who are like, oh no, I have all the energy. I just go, how? There's no way. I refuse to believe that. I smoke every day. Small amount. Helps me sleep. Yeah, I hear that very often. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Bronze Lobo. I very much appreciate it. I enjoy and appreciate all the adoration. Click. Then click. Gotten defined. Change menu. Yeah, I couldn't get into it because it just made me nap. I still want to do things, which is why I drink like a man. Well, I've recently discovered how I can drink coffee. And I enjoy my whiskey, I enjoy my vodka, I enjoy my malt liquor. Though I typically only drink in the evening, and I used to drink a heck of a lot more. And I found that there's a strong correlation in my experience between drinking and stress for me. And I found that the less stressed I feel, the more I inadvertently put off drinking till later and later and later and later. Then eventually, near the end, I feel like something's missing. Oh, I haven't drank. But it's tradition. But I keep in mind, I recognize it's an unhealthy mindset. How do you manage your work and personal life? By working. A lot. On things I love and care about. So, when we go ahead, change menu, what's the problem then? Property or talk method logout is not defined. So I need to go ahead and grab this. Not drinking is good for the gut. I'm about 20 pounds lighter off alcohol. Oh yeah. I find that if I don't drink alcohol for a couple of weeks, I drop like a stone, no problem. But then as soon as I start drinking, I just eke my way back up. So it's something where I really should stop at the first opportunity. But addiction is tough. It is really tough. There's no getting around that reality. Node server dot site. Okay, there we go. That will go ahead and stop my incessant errors for now. But yeah, in my mind, I think the only reason I often do drink is that I actually do not keep alcohol in my home. So if I ever want to drink, I have to actually make an effort to leave my home. And I am a determined homebody. So I don't leave, ever. Until I'm like, how badly do I want it? How much do I want to get out of the house? And even then, I walk. But unfortunately for me, it is, or fortunately for the demons in the brain, it's just down the road, so it's not really much of a personal cost to take a 5-minute walk there, 5-minute walk back. And taking a walk in the evening feels nice. What do you do for your main social outlet? Really, 3 things. Streaming is one thing I do to socialize. 2, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons on Saturdays. And 3, it usually requires me to actually have a job. And if I am socializing at work, usually I'm pretty content. But at the same time, it's really hard to sometimes connect with other people because a lot of times people will take my overly direct and serious attitude as I want to eat their faces. And at the same time, I have a terrible fear of mixing my personal life and professional life way too much. So, and I recognize that some like offices and employment places, they're huge on, oh, we want you to be feeling like you're part of something big. But at the same time, I think that it might come down to psychologically for me. I'm so used to being so removed, so disconnected that I just have an inherent fear of establishing a strong relationship with anyone out of fear of just being dropped and left with nothing. And it's once you take something, I hate the idea of being afraid of losing something and trusting someone else with that piece of myself. And I don't know where this problem comes from. I really don't. But that sense of abandonment really does make one want to avoid putting themselves in a position where they can be abandoned. So yeah, that's some heavy stuff for you. Crazy people in hoodies who slap and yell at you. Don't fall for it. Companies want you to be part of them, but they don't actually want you to bring yourself. And talk about guns a lot. Yeah. I don't hang around people who wear hoodies and talk about guns a lot. That's not my thing. Don't fall for it. Companies want you to be a part of them, but they don't actually want you to bring yourself. I mean, I've met a few people that I very much adored working with, and even when I opened up the slightest amount, it always inadvertently comes to bite me in the back. So it's one of those things of, why don't you trust anyone? Well, I trust a few people, but they've proven themselves time and time and time and time again, despite the fact that I'm not the greatest of friends or greatest of people. And maybe people take pity on me, or maybe people recognize that I have a lot of demons and they're like, that's just Jake. I don't know. How people are so forgiving of me, I will never know. Back in the day, I think we knew one person in a hoodie who talks about guns. Oh! I know who you're talking about. And then he became a hardcore stoner. And stopped taking his meds, so that he did grow a lot. So, there's that. But I think that he was far more abusive towards you than towards me, so there's that. Man, I get that. And you really shouldn't have settled for it. You definitely deserve a lot better, and the kind of man that you are today is a very admirable kind of man, Bronze Lobo. If you would have asked me back over a decade ago what kind of man you'd be, I would have never guessed this. And I mean, you're an awesome dude. All right. Okay. What the heck? No, dude. You're married with a beautiful wife. You have a beautiful daughter. You are able to study the things you care about. You have a passionate love for almost everybody, regardless of the circumstances of the life that you've led. You are probably one of the most socially skilled people that has ever graced this earth, and just, you're a blessing to everyone who ever knows you. All right. This is why I have so many good TP jokes. Ah! I don't know if that qualifies. I'm of the opinion it does not. But then again, I may be terribly biased in this regards. You seem to have made me uncomfortable with genuine praise, so now I must deflect. Well, it's good to recognize the awesomeness in someone. It's very important to do that. But no, I really do believe in trying to be real in that regards. text light is not going to be good. So, if we go ahead and do that. But, yeah. Being very legit about all of that, so take it as you will. Dash database. Alright, I need to somehow fix that. Did you hear about the 500 Indian woman running around a racetrack? No, I have not heard about that. Why don't you tell me what happened? They say they had no nipples. Okay, I'll be the first to say I did not get it. And I feel very foolish that I do not get it. They call it the Indian nip. Ah! Are these jokes that you've picked up in Cambodia? Or is this something that you've always hid from me? No, you've always been a funny dude. So, there we go. So why does it not want to go away? Did you hear about Chief Bowles? No, I did not hear about Chief Bowles. What's going on with Chief Bowles? They say he is very stubborn. Oh no. Oh no. He will not move. Oh no. God. Gosh. Darn it. Why? Why? I feel like I did something wrong. What I'm trying to say is Chief Bowles will not move. I figured. I don't... Try coffee. That helps things move. In my experience, it works way too good. It was very upsetting when I discovered coffee. I mean, that is such an appropriate thing to say, but holy cow. I did not appreciate what people meant when they were first talking about that. It was something. Excuse me. Way too well. Oh man. It's just If you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, my answer is always going to be the same as always. I wish I did not need to sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Nav item drop down. Nav pills. Let's see. Or no, same. For me, it would be the darn garlic allergy. You're allergic to garlic? I would have never known. Oh, okay. So that might be actually the problem that I'm having here. Alright, so what if we were to drop down? Unless someone directly invites me into their house. Daylight as well? I mean, I wish that I didn't need to sleep, ever, at all. Unless someone directly invites me into their house, I just feel like I can't enter. You are part vampire, then. If you are part vampire, then... Does the church know? Alright, I actually do not need this since it's going to be a matter of shrinkage there. Do not need that. It's like getting increasingly hard to shave these days. Like, do you cut yourself all the time, or... I know that you're still going on with the joke, but I'm curious to see where it goes. Not being able to see myself in the mirror and all. Vampire! So, and then we can go ahead, grab these, drop down menu. Look out, the town, lights of the town, shining out. Vampire is a racial slur. Oh boy. Nav item, link, nav item. So if we go ahead, drop here. So boom. Throw these over here. Go away. Sailors look down. The lady's bear. I prefer a person of pale color. I feel like that you are leaving it there. I feel like that you're just leaving it there and begging for someone to take you up on that. Alright, so we can get rid of this then. Now drop down. Alright, so hypothetically then, this should be good to go. I don't need this, I believe. Because now it's all refactored. We have covered vampires and Indians so far. I feel like that there are going to be a plethora of other things if we let you get away with it. Navbar primary? Bootstrap for navbar color. Do you know why there are so few Indian vampires? Their blood is spicy? That would be my first guess. Curry makes their blood too spicy, though it does help Chief Bowl's problem. Oh my gosh! I feel like... you left it right there. It's right there. Nav bar dark. I'm sorry if I ruined your joke. Come on. Cooperate! Apparently it doesn't want to. BG light, Rams. Alright, I'm heading to bed. Hope I brightened your day. You did brighten my day. It was very nice having you. Hope to see you again in the near future. Dark. BG dark. Peace out. All right. So, what's going on with that? Icon display. Settings. Site icon. Eagle. Did you register the component? Admin template. Curious. But yeah, that was fun. Alright, more people joining in on the larger project. And let's see. We need to see what's going on with that. All the retweets. Alright, so I'll need to look into what's going wrong with that. Need to better format this. So first things first, let's go ahead and I'm going to need to throw this outside of the row. So that might be what's going wrong. There we go. That does some explaining. And if we jump over to dashboard, it still doesn't like me. Why? It allows me to navigate. What was the last time you cried? Why? I do cry to a good movie. I am pretty shameless in that. ID, drop down, true. Strap for nav drop down does not close. Let's see. Removing the data, toggle dropdown, and implementing the open close, and the dropdown can be a solution. Data toggle dropdown. It's a very roundabout way. Bootstrap dropdown menu doesn't close when clicking an element. Something wrong with that. How to create a drop-down menu with Bootstrap 4. So that's going to be where it is then. Bugger. Sometimes it seems to work, other times it doesn't. Ah ha 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 ha. It's a Bootstrap Vue.js thing. That's why. That is why. Oh. That. It should have been more obvious to me. So. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we need to go over to Asana. I know what's wrong. I have a fun, over-engineered JS script for that. Well, I can change it. It's just a Vue.js thing. Vue and Bootstrap does not agree half the time. For all intents and purposes, it works right now, so and the redesigned layout is better, but I need to test functionality connections with the reformatting, or with the a lot of these changes are minor but kind of essential in the long run for what I'm trying to build out. Modules. Go to. Probably also I'm going to need to add a module section that is active. So that will be a so modules. We're going to need a section for database is going to be in here. Pages, users. Going to move this over here. Chat. Got to plan this out. Pages. Admin. Modules. This would probably be a lot easier if I were to just bring this in. Na da 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 da. What public phenomena do you find awkward? A lot of things I find awkward, but public displays of affection is probably pretty high up there. Okay, this probably should be in alphabetical order if I were a wiser man, but right now I'm not going to be terribly wise. I'm just going to go ahead, make sure this all routes back to the dashboard. Calendar, chat, wallet, L, BQRS, widgets, WV, PQRST, QRS, alright. So, this is probably where the important one is. So, chat, where it's going to be a chat room that communicates with the front end. Let people know if the admin of the site is online and around. Calendar. Analytics. Ads. Forum. Could administrate the forum for you. Logs. Reporting. Shopping. Storage. QRS. Data. Tasks. Wallet. Widgets. And video. And we're not going to need any of that. We're probably going to need to bring this over here. And I can probably just have that link to, yep, it's letting go. Feel fine. Okay. There we go. And now that we have that taken care of, set management. Nah, just manage. All right. Let's go ahead and see if it opens up the right ones. Dashboard. That's incorrect. X-Flight. So that's something I need to do. There we go. Admin. It's incorrect. So why is it not happy? Oh, it's double router link, that's why. Let's see. This should fix it, right? No, it did not. Alright, we are going to try one more time. We're going to just call this dashboard. Dashboard. Oh, drop down item. Yep. That would do it. I'm refactoring my extension today. It's a real bear. The functionality is cool, but my methods are horrible. I am needing to rebuild everything. Well, if you want, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it and see if there's any suggestions that I would have. But that's up to you. Not sure you could read it. Tell you what, if you want to throw it on a Bitbucket and add jacob@mathesonprojects.com, invite me, and I'll go ahead and pull it down and take a gander. And it's just JavaScript, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Unless if you somehow reinvented JavaScript. If you reinvented it, then I'd be impressed and concerned simultaneously. So, the time, darkest days, I will never change. Yeah, it might probably behoove me to go ahead and do that. Not sure. It is just cobbled together, lots of different methods, built as I evolved as a dev. Yeah, that's normal. And I don't know, maybe I can see an approach and make a suggestion as to how you can more efficiently build out your program. I don't know. But I understand that many people are protective of their software. So something that we're definitely going to need to consider when we're looking at this. So, admin. So, when we do that, we need to jump over to build, router. Not too worried about that. I am not where I can hop on a call, though. Maybe if you were around this weekend? Oh, I'm saying that I can take a look at it without a call. Just kind of see what's going on with it and see if I notice anything that really sticks out. Let's see. There we go. When we go ahead and implement that, ads, analytics, calendar, chat, database, forum. We can probably remove this. I have no doubt that you will notice issues. The entire application is a masterclass in how not to build a web app. Well, even then, it's a question of if it can be refactored in a rather efficient way that will make maintaining it easier in the future. I'm always of the opinion of make certain massive improvements as you realize that there are improvements to be made. Like when I first went into this project, I didn't really architect a lot of it out, but as I'm going along, I refactor as I discover new things. Alright. Admin. Alright. Oops. View, layout, columns, 2. Then we need to jump over to admin page. Alrighty. Widgets component.view template div. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm chopping up big functions into smaller ones with fewer dependencies. That is responsible. I want to add a few songs to this. Postman, you are about to be my best friend. YouTube, as people discover and rediscover my typically strong right-leaning positions. And love of RWBY. Let's see. Let's throw in a little bit of music. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Around her, she wore a yellow ribbon. Canon. Come on. Come on. So slow. I am a hard lefty. We can all get along. I used to be an ANCAP. I actually used to be a little socialist leaning, but over time I became far more libertarian, and after there was like constant like street violence, I started appreciating the value of law and order, so became a lot more like yeah, we can't have a discussion unless if we all agree to lay down arms. And I don't want to ask the police to step in, but we're running out of options if that is what we must do. Alright. Let's see. But no, I'm actually pretty good friends with a lot of people on the left. I'm actually in one particular political group where we argue and debate the merits of different politics all the time. So, we're going to need Notepad. The one group I used to like hanging out in would be ANCAP, ANCOM. Not because I'm an anarchist by any stretch of the imagination. I just like the debate of economics. I live in the South, so I don't know too many progressives. Well, I can completely understand where a lot of progressives come from when they say, hey, let us be nice to people that are different from us. That makes sense to me. But half the time, I don't think that people appreciate that value anymore. There we go. Got all the songs I wanted. So, bam. Bada bing, bada boom. So, let's go ahead, drop this in. Because YouTube is moody. It'll probably take 2 minutes. My views are largely rooted in a rejection of the concept of free will. I am very much a proponent of making sure that there's an element of choice. The ability to at least say no. Being able to have the right to say no is what separates a free society from an unfree society. The more you're allowed to say no, the freer you are. So, there's definitely lots of degrees of freedom there. Come on. Keep downloading. Alright, looks like it downloaded everything. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if it agrees. I mean, I do not think people actually choose much of anything in an abstract sense. No, I can definitely understand where some people would recognize that they may lack a certain amount of agency. Could have swore. All songs. If it's, hold on, what was it then? I burn. So, I burn. Okay, Williams, because she is awesome. Time to say goodbye. Red like roses. Today will be the day I burn red like roses. Add it to favorites. Favorites. Good night. All my life. D&D. Critical Role. Favorites. Oh. Here we go. And if I want repeat. And, turn Q, favorites, all. Okay, it just gets moody sometimes. Home. Favorites, all. There we go. I will send you this code when I am done with the rebuild. I am too embarrassed to let anyone see the current version. We are systems acting on inputs. In regards to the code, whenever you feel comfortable, I am more than happy to take a look. If you need time, take all the time you need. If you feel ready, I'll take a look. Just whenever you would like to. In regards to the systems, I do think that we do have a lot of influences as to what defines our environment, but how we respond to the environment is still up to us fundamentally. Sense of you. Good. Alright. We're going to be wanting to do that. And then this. We don't know what will go into that. Fantastic. Wallet component. Yes, but when I think about what drives that response, I can always trace it to another input. Well, of course we don't live in a void. But I think that the approach is a little too materialistic. I try to take a far more epistemological approach to my understanding of the world. Storage component.view. And then shopping component.view. Shopping component, reporting component, view. Ads component dot view. Logs component dot view. Reporting. Oh, it's supposed to be reporting. Form component. Chat component. View. Calendar component. Analytics component. All right. So the real kicker is now that I need to build that out. The fact that it still does that is going to bug the crap out of me. Modules, logs, 404. Why? Admin ads. All right. Files component, admin, dashboard. Ads chat. How's that 404 then? Pages. Pages, admin, module, settings, storage. Dashboard. Categories, pages, users, Zing, file storage, proof of concept. Form ads. That's really weird. What are your guilty pleasures? Well, I mentioned earlier that I did enjoy a drink here and there. if it's already in admin, pages, admin. Just admin. But it already does exist. So why would it not like me right now? Alright. Alright, ads component. Ads. Zing ads. This is the Twitch chat log search I mentioned yesterday, if you want to take a look. Alright, let's go ahead and take a gander. Let's see. It observes the DOM. Okay. I'll definitely bookmark it and check it. Alrighty. Alrighty, so if we go over to ads, is it just because I didn't name them? So, if that's a problem, these are in pages, admin, ads component, but it's there. Does it just not like the fact that I spaced it out? I think it would be a cool extension. I use it a lot for myself to keep up with fast-moving chat. Oh, I can definitely look into making a version of it that is friendly to a given streamer. Probably could make a command out of it. Still doesn't like me. By the gods, why? Oh. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Oh yeah, I can definitely include in the bot the ability to go through it. There we go. Alrighty. Figured it out. That makes me happy. Come to Zing widgets. Alright, we can close you. wallet to Zing wallet. Gotta run. Later. Later, my dude. Thanks for hanging. What is a year worth? How about a day? A year is worth hypothetically infinite. Zing tasks. So it'd be the equivalent of a project management thing. Zing storage. Zing shopping. Zing reporting. Blah, 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 blah. Zing forum. Alrighty. Files. Do not need. Database. Still needs some improvement on that front by me. This is probably going to be the highest priority. Would encourage people to engage. Analytics. Repetition, repetition, repetition. There we go. Chat. Forum. Reporting. Shopping. Storage. Tasks. Okay. Wallet. Ads. Of course. So, being able to deliver a number of things like that would be useful and helpful and all that fun stuff, but one problem at a time. And there we go. Let's see. So now that we went ahead. Alright. We went ahead, built that out. Alrighty. So we can have it chat locally on just a single application for now. And when it talks to just on the single application, it would still be functional and useful in that regards. Thus, I would be able to still be useful on site to site, but cross communication from one platform to another, that's a whole different can of worms. So, Then, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make a add section. Using chat phase 1 local. Chat area. Log out chat. Log in chat. Chat settings. That way, it's a lot easier to handle. Alright. We're going to need an area for chat record, chat logic, chat listener, chat chat display, different day. All right. Ah! So, we're going to need to... It's definitely on my to-do list. Yes, 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 yes. So, if we're going to go ahead and do that, we're going to drop that, jump over to here, let's jump over to chat. So, div class row. And on top of doing div class row, we're going to be needing to do, I also really want to figure out what's... cap fees schedule. For 1 year. Rate per occupant. Per occupant? Site. Micro. Reporting forms. Discount fee schedule for streaming. Cup for Twitch. Copyright. Performance. Other country. Secondly, some songs are associated with let's see. Come on. Streaming site, website, and mobile apps. Buy. They make you fill out a form. Oh. It showed and then just vanished. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm not a fast reader, so... Pain. So, that's just... is audio only, internet radio like individual songs. No video. Okay. Nishrani. So, what is the malfunction? So, Jacob Matheson, Jacob at Matheson for web service music web. Let's see how long it takes for them to get back to me. Apparently, there is just a single file license. Why does it always fly over there? There's literally nothing over there for it. So, just gotta hold my horses for a whole minute. Or 2, or 10, or however long. This stops people from understanding themselves. Really? It's always going to be their own ego. Today we are working. Any chance you can help me determine Okay. I actually managed to reach out to someone and get someone to talk to me. So that's pretty exciting. A single listener. Annual low fee of $240. $240 is alarmingly reasonable. Okay. And if this works out... So 30,000... If it's less than 30,000 visits, then I should be golden. So... Digital licensing. Emotional music service. All right. It'd be nice if she got back to me faster. Kind of heartbreaking, the fact that I'm having to wait and wait and wait. Okay. I think your bot should still be running. Let me know if it is not. Meow meow. So, if that's going to be the case... And if it's something that does work out, I'd probably want to offer as a shared or on emit. Come on, Emily. Tell me good news. What the cost? Say direct 100 month between 20 people. Month total between 20 people. It's intended to be sunk back into server space and costs. And like, if it's only just $240 a year, that would be legendary. Like, ridiculously legendary. So star. Okay. Be $261 annually. The fee goes up when those numbers go up. Hence the online forum, it gives you a pricing matrix. At what time would the price go up? At what time would the price go up? In terms of users or in terms of paying users? That is remarkably reasonable as a price. Like, terrifyingly so. Driven. All right. Sessions, and so I have plenty of time. Getting everything officiated. Considering is it 400 yearly or monthly? Okay. 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 When it comes to the catalog, do I need to host the songs myself? Or do I need, or do you have an API of sorts that I can integrate with and pull on that? So Google and YouTube are big, but as part of the suite, it would make more sense. And the moment we may be able to immediately monetize it. This is actually pretty exciting. It's always fun to ask technical things and try to be on the up and up legally. So, when it comes to 240, I would like to keep it under 240 divided by 5. So, if I can come up with 50 users monthly. Well, you would host them yourself. Okay. A little more in depth in my knowledge. I very much appreciate it. So, and it looks like that I might be able to launch a music streaming service and keep it very reasonably affordable. And when it comes down to DigitalOcean, I think it would be reasonable to have a target goal of 50 people that would be interested in it. And it may be worthwhile to consider doing kind of like a Kickstarter of some kind, where the first X amount of people signing up get a year free. So, compute droplets. Starter. We need a lot of space. Like, even if I were to go ahead and get 240. Okay. So even then, let's say that I do get 240 a month and immediately sync it back into everything. 8 terabytes of transfer doesn't feel like a lot. To see if I can come up with a seed funding strategy. Because if I can go ahead and raise that money, having 960 gigs, 960 gigs. Actually, that is 260 gigs. I actually do not need to spend that much. What I would probably need to go ahead and do is leverage something like www. Not DigitalOcean. Trying to remember what it's called. Dropbox. I don't know if Dropbox will host all of that for Teams because I need unlimited. Compare plans. Advanced. As much space as you need. So we're going to be looking at what is the minimum number of users. So if I remember, it's going to have to be at least 60. So if it's at least 60 for unlimited, then I'm going to be able to save money here. And then I can just scale accordingly. So if that's the case, access to the service through Patreon on my stream. For initial yes. There's a year free access and future. Fish. So that's pretty much amounts to, let's see, what can I do? What can I do? It comes down to properly planning something so that I can raise money, because I'm going to need a lot of server space, and if I want to take care of everything for a year, I'm going to be needing to spend outright $60 times 11, which will amount to $660. The storage server, I don't know how much that's going to run me, but I already run it at $10. 120 license. It's going to amount to the license is going to be $261 yearly. So what we're going to be looking at, and initial startup costs is going to be $660, $780. So 261, 9, 10, 41. So, and I am very confident that won't be enough, and what I'm definitely going to be needing a lot more. A's repertory. Williams. I agree. Let's take a gander. How about if I jump over to here? Casey Lee Williams. Let's, just out of curiosity, because the less I have to think about it, the better. Because that would be awesome. Casey Lee. Okay. This is good. This is good. Just pick something random, and it's so plentiful that it makes me wonder if they have an API available so that I can at least check. And a lot of the initial stuff is just going to be seeing, okay, so it amounts to, I need to ask my friend if she's ever ran a Kickstarter before. Because if she knows how to run Kickstarters, and go, okay. Because I am not sure how much I need, but I will know that it will be needing to upgrade very quickly. And even then, so, yeah. The hell? No idea where that came from. So, we know what we're going to be looking at there. So, if that's the case, can definitely general purpose, CPU optimized, memory 1686. That's the real trick. And being able to have all of that, man, it just blows my mind. It's not that expensive. It's feasible. It's reasonable. It's doable. That's what blows my mind. Zing music. Phase 1. Planning. App costs. Pretty sure I know what the costs are going to be. And out Kickstarter. On top of the Kickstarter, additional features. Features. And being able to possibly share it across the entirety of it all. That would probably be one of the more exciting things, in my opinion. Alright. Okay. So we need probably the storage is the one that makes it the scariest. Because being able, okay, so 1041 divided by, I don't know, 5. Divided by 5. And even then, if I really wanted to get down to it, so even then, if I erase 60, and that's yearly, so I would need, if I do it monthly, then I would need 75, 261, and whatever the variable cost is, 10 to 160. So what it amounts to, if I really wanted, 75 plus 61 plus, so 366. No, I'm dumb. So divided by 5. So I would need at least 68 people to cover 68 paying members a month. And I need to keep it under 30,000 users. Which amounts to 1,000 people a day. Or is it? No. Alright. Server. Faster server. So that's the real trick. Because I don't know how demanding it would be. I really don't know. But being able to price something out like this is definitely helpful. Makes me wonder if I can go ahead and... And what does Spotify actually charge? Because that would be the most predominant competition. And they do offer a free version, but it comes with ads. 3 months for $9.99. Huh. Okay, that's actually an idea. Because for this initial stuff, and I'm under the impression that it would completely mess up the servers. So, did I? Yeah, I closed my calculator. Wait a minute. I really only need 75. That 75 would take care of storage. If I offer it 99 cents for a year, to 261. That would be probably the hardest part. I could definitely easily do that. And if I get 60 times 12, That would be 600 and 720. In 2 years. That would be a heck of a jump. But being able to offer something like that, I don't think anyone else can compete in that regards. At that point, a number like this is meaningless at the end of the day. Because immediately, it would be $720 in revenue. Calc. Because if it's 720 divided by 12, then the next month I'd be able to cover I would be able to upgrade my servers and try out the free storage, and on top of trying out the free storage, okay, might be onto something here. So it's only with the 720 times 0.99. So it's only when 261, that would leave me with a budget of 450 on servers. And if we have a budget of 450, game dev. All right. I mean, ad-free, 99 cents for 2 years. I mean, sounds like it sounds doable. I mean, I'd spend $1 for virtually any song. And at 451, I mean, I can easily just scale it up, and in a worst case scenario, I seriously doubt it would cost me that much, but even then, I could definitely experiment with it, and I could set up a new account that would handle this. I could easily afford up to this with just the initial, with some to spare. I don't know. Totally random question. To release music streaming service, and to the first people who signed up 2 years of 0.99. If someone were to release a music streaming service, something that would catch your attention or not. Why or why not? I would be very interested to see if people would provide feedback in that regards. Hey, The Fable. What's going on with you? What I'm currently working on is, I think I'm onto something. Something that I think is pretty awesome. And it's something that I would very much like to figure out. If people would be interested in possibly a music service for the first 2 years, for the first people who sign up, get access to a massive library of music, ad-free, 99 cents a month. Something that I would personally would definitely opt for. But I don't know if other people would. That's the real catch. So, and a lot of this stuff I could offset the cost on the first month. And I could easily use it to help support other software I'm building out. It's definitely something I would really seriously consider. Pitch room. Everyone. Poll. If a service was made available where you have ad-free music for 1 month or 2 years, would that service interest you? Yes? No? There we go. Very interested if I can get enough people to really look at it. Because if I can get up to 720 people, that would be a start. Even crazier. I think there is a saying, to become a millionaire, you have to get 1 million people to give you $1. Blows out everything. I'm not sure if there are other better ways, but I'm trying to. Another idea is I could always ask for $24, which would solve the first month, but then I would need to get a certain percentage of people, certain number of people each and every single month. That's the real caveat. Hmm. I don't know. I really don't know. Something that I have to think about as I go to the bathroom.
Just to see if you'd cross again. 'Cause I know people, they never change. Same old story, just a different day. Can't keep watching from the rearview mirror, 'cause things seem closer than they appear. Don't need a reason or rhyme this time. I see the good that's in goodbye. Took some time, but now I know the lesson was just let it go, and I feel fine.
I couldn't take it, couldn't stand another minute. Couldn't bear another day without you in it. All of the joy that I had known for all my life was stripped away from me the minute that you died. To have you in my life was all I ever wanted, but now without you I'm my soul forever haunted. Can't help but feel that I had taken you for granted. There's no way in hell that I could never comprehend this. I wasn't dreaming when they told me you were gone. I was wide awake and feeling that they had to be wrong. How could you leave me when you swore that you would stay? Now I'm trapped inside of every single effing day. It's like a movie, but there's not a happy ending. Every scene fades black and there's no pretending. This little fairy tale doesn't seem to end well. There's a lightning shining armor will wave me from the spell. I know you've been planning. You're trying to do what's right. But in the middle of this madness, I'm the one.
Okay. And all right. So, where were we? All right. Yeah. Just budgeting and planning things out, checking out the competition. View plans. So, your favorite podcast, unlimited skips for offline. So, I guess I would need to be in line with Pandora and offer better alternatives. Okay. So, I can't break the $5 mark. But being able to at least get a little something would be a start. So, all. Everyone. That's weird. I'm going to show in my reset. Weird. Oh well. So, till then. Let's jump over to template. Because people are allowed to play music for their people, and we should encourage that. And might be able to license other things out that way. I don't know. But would I be able to sub-license? That's a question. FJKLFM. houses built to live. Alright. Alright. Oh. It's being stupid. That's fun. Do you want kids? Yes, I do want kids one day. We're going to need to pop open Discord. I mean, it's doable. Pawn for Toby. What is going on, my dude? Finish my page. It should already be finished. Hey, my dude. What's going on with you? Time to get your code on. Privacy folk. No, this is the wrong one. My profile. Nope, this ain't it. What's going on with that? I need to delete that. Alright, so it thinks... I have no idea what's going on with that. So... maybe it's connected to my other account. Me and you'll see. Meets the eye. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and see if I can edit. Will it allow me to edit it here? What is the weirdest nickname people call you? The weirdest nickname I've ever gotten was... definitely Goose. It was from a chick I was dating years and years and years ago. Featured tag. How do I promote income, edit page? Let's go ahead and here's goals. Earnings based goal. Tiers. Edit tier. Got a bot that appears as yourself on your own Twitch channel. And the ability to vote. And coming soon, access to a ad-free music service. Benefits to track who gets what. Save tier. Something I think about. Make Zing 360. I have to look into the logistics. Oh my gosh. Where's another? Who wants... Is there a way to switch to metallic roughness in mirror set? Yep, so there we go. And I'd probably end up offering different tiers of services the higher I go. Edit tier. Here. Unlimited storage. Coming soon. Plus 30 minutes of hands-on professional consultation from yours truly. Save tier. And let's see. Trying to think of other things I can offer people. Alright. So if it's an embed. Alright, yep. So there we go. And alrighty. How I would better advertise that, I think would amount to, I don't know. What the heck? Oh. That's why. Anyways, being able to work with that, that'll be soon enough. Div class col. So let's go ahead and make this a 2. Div class col row. Div class col. And then, so this would be agent. Settings. then this would be user chat date. And then this would be what remains. Is class whole row. Row. Is class whole. Contact information. So you'd be able to put notes about who you are talking to. Then we're going to need chat area. Chat area. On top of chat area, messaging area. All of the chat. Anyways, so what we're going to be wanting, and likely we can rip off one other area. Site, layouts, chats, logged out. Let's see. So this is what we need. So if that's going to be the case, we're going to be needing a message area. So we're going to need to drop this into here. Understandable. What are you planning to do? Would behoove me to go ahead and drop stuff like that down there. I don't know. There's just a lot of other small things that I can do. There's always more things that I can do, and I'm just always going, nah, I'm just going to focus on this right now. I'm going to focus on that. Very, very little do I get a chance to just do basic maintenance and improvement, and I'm just always noticing one more thing. So, yeah. And then again, I feel like I'm close to the layout that I really, really want. Not sure. But we will see. Have you ever won an award? Yes. I used to be very good at chess. Like, scary good at chess. So. Okay. Oh, your transition to Streamlabs. gonna check on my food real quick. Be right back. All right, fantastic. So, looks like about 5 more minutes till my food is ready, thankfully. So, yay. But I am so super hungry. So we're going to be looking at chat. Need to sort out history mode sooner rather than later. Alright. Right now, red wrongs. Keep this land you're on. Sound the horn and call the cry. How many of them can we make die? Axes flash, sword swing. Goes running with us all field. Goes past the heal. Alright, and we're going to need to return null. Well, let's return at least one. Sender. I think ID would be better. ID. Time. Message. Last message. let's see. Good news all around. There's a lot of things I still need to research, but be right back. Food is ready. Needs a few more minutes. Lest I start a house fire. So if we have this. H100. Actually, probably have the whole H100 thing. And then, what is one guilty pleasure you'll enjoy? One guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? Spicy food. I love myself spicy food so dearly. So. Let's see. Name. Whatever notes you want to put. Sometimes putting a name is more than enough. Contact information, chat, user chat date. Alright. It's actually about time that I go and take care of a few other things, because I do have other things to care of today. So, those who did hang out, thank you very much. Remember to follow, subscribe, Let me know if there is anything else you want to see in particular. And thanks for hanging out.